Hi, it's Steve Brown from Euro Projects Recruitment. Well, I'm delighted in the midst of the negativity of the coronavirus pandemic to have some positive news to bring to you. I'm joined by Mark Runciman, who's the Managing Director of Eminox. Eminox is an engineering company that has recently been awarded the Queen's Award for Enterprise, and we thought it would be nice to share their story and what the company is doing and how they have benefited from the Queen's Award. Mark, if you'd just like to tell us a little bit about yourself perhaps first, and also Eminox, your background and what this means to the company.
Okay, so I'm Mark Runciman, originally from an aerospace background, more sort of corporate. I've worked for Goodrich Aerospace, I've worked for United Technologies and Rolls-Royce in a joint venture. So that's pretty much my background, and I've worked then beyond that corporate world in a number of SMEs, Steve. And then in the last, going into 5 years now, I've been working at Eminox. So Eminox is a heavy duty after treatment business. We've got two value streams, predominant value streams. We've got retrofit, which is taking older vehicles and taking them up to the latest Euro 6 standards. And also we've got an OEM value stream within the business, but more recently we've got an aftermarket value stream. We've been in business now for 41 years, I think it is. Wow. So last year we celebrated our 40th anniversary, privately owned business. We're part of the Hexalex group. So been here for what is 5 years, and it's got quite a unique and interesting turnaround story from when I first arrived here.
Fantastic, and you've obviously got the business into good shape to win a Queen's Award and also to survive this far through the coronavirus pandemic, Mark. I mean, what did it actually mean to the business to receive this Queen's Award?
I think it's fantastic kudos to everyone in the business, and let's not get this wrong. It's a great marketing tool for the business to really sort of go out and exploit the market and really sort of showcase what we've done as a business. So historically, the turnaround for when I got to the business was we were a loss-making business just over 4 years ago, and we've had 130% growth across all of our value streams, and predominant area for that was OEM. So I described the business was we were a retrofit business that did some OEM work, and we flipped that business model, but we're an OEM business that now is supported by our retrofit value stream. And what's come with that, and what has won us these awards, is our commitment to process capability, our investment in people and capital equipment supported by the Hexalex group. So for us, the Queen's Award really is kind of like the cherry on the cake. Unfortunately, we received the email on the day. Really, I sat at my desk and I really finally understood what COVID really meant and what it was going to mean for the business going forward. So it was such a bittersweet moment. But I think as we're sort of coming out of that crisis management, we're able now to start to talk about this and begin the celebrations of the good work that we've done in the past, and those principles and those methodologies are going to be what's going to get us through this situation.
Yeah, definitely. And what do you think it means to the workforce as a whole to be part of this Queen's Award?
Everything that we've ever done in the business is always we've tried to share it across the business. We've tried to be as inclusive as possible. My background is, I've worked my way through the ranks, all the way from team leader all the way through to managing director. So for me, flat organisations are really important, and what comes with that is you share the successes. So whether it's a success in well-being, or whether it's a success of the P&L or a trophy or any other thing, we've always tried to make sure that it's been something that we as a group have achieved, and we share that success.
Yeah, and you've hit upon something that I've recognised working with Eminox as closely and for as long as we have. You've brought a very inclusive culture to Eminox from what I've observed, and you've got lots of really good things going on, I see, on a regular basis. You did an Ergo Challenge, I believe, recently. So, you're involving everybody. I mean, what do you see as one of the key benefits of engaging your team in that way?
For me, if I look at holistically over the last 4 years, it's been about a sense of we can achieve, But to support that, I've always tended to attack it from a different area, and it's always been a one fail, we all fail mentality. And for me, I just think that brings a level of inclusivity, and it's a no blame culture. You know, as long as you do your best and you're part of the team, and you know you come in with an open heart and you're engaged in what we're trying to do, and whether that's through well-being, or whether it's through the lean activities, the goal deployment that we've developed, or the Oliver White IBP that we've invested in, you know. That's been an approach that, for me, I think it brings everyone together, and there's a sense of we can, and there's a sense of team. And I always use the description, you know, many hands make light work. People say, how have you achieved so much in such a short amount of time? It's because we've all pulled together.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, it's testament, and great that you've got the, let's say, the royal stamp of approval, really, with
Yeah.
the Queen's Award. I mean, I suppose what we wouldn't miss talking about is how you've managed through the COVID-19 crisis. There's a lot of businesses that would probably be interested to know how you've coped and sort of come through to the point now where you're looking to the future again. I mean, what's it been like for you, and what have you done?
I think what we've had to show is a level of fluidity. You know, we've gone from what was growth all of a sudden into crisis management, and I think that shows the flexibility and the unity within the business. I mean, principally what we looked at as across the group, across the Hexalex group, was, you know, with the support of Andy Meakin, you know, my boss at Hexalex, was, you know, cash is king in this situation. And I think, you know, going through this year, you know, that's going to be the thing that takes businesses through this difficult time, and then sets themselves back up to relaunch it and go again. I can't, you know, the government support. I don't think the government have 100% got everything right, but I think they've been learning as they go along. You know, if I can use the quote of Alan Sugar, I think that, you know, they've learned as they've gone along. But the furlough process, the furlough support has been fantastic, and it's allowed us to have a realistic look at the order book and where we are at the moment. And now we're in a situation where I think we're coming out of that crisis management and start to look, you know, beyond where I was a month or so ago, where I was, you know, I couldn't look beyond days going into the weeks, where now we start looking at the weeks going back into the months. So that's been the approach that we've had. And, you know, true crisis management is that it's, you know, you can't look beyond the end of the week because so much is fluid.
Absolutely, and it certainly felt, from my point of view, you know, a day felt like a week felt like a month,
yeah,
a month felt like a year. So, in kind of dog years, COVID years, we've aged quite a lot in the last few weeks and months.
Well, I think everyone's bottle bank has definitely been increasing and rattling. So, I think there has been a certain amount of that. It's been a very, very unique situation.
Yeah. So, other than maybe the diversification of setting up a brewery at Eminox, what is the long-term picture that you see for the company, and, you know, the real post-virus sort of long-term view of
I mean, the aspirations are still as what they were before. You know, we're just looking at this as it's a temporary glitch. It's something we've got to manage, and then, you know, we go back to the plan. And, you know, strategy. You don't develop a strategy with the view that, you know, it's going to go 100% all the time. We're in a situation now where we've had a bit of a blip, but we've got to go back to the strategy, which is we set up a joint venture in China. We're looking at a sales office in Asia Pac. With the view of setting up another joint venture in India, in Pune. So that's still very much on the cards. It might get pushed a little bit into the long grass for now, but it's still a view that that's going to happen. You know, the markets will come back. Whether they come back as strong in the short term, you know, that's yet to be seen. We've got diversification within the business, so we're starting to get to the aerospace fuels market now, with a collaboration between ourselves, Johnson Matthey, David, BP and Fulcrum. So looking at taking refuge waste and turning that into kerosene for the aerospace industry, which I think, you know, post-COVID, I think that, you know, we're looking for a newer, cleaner world, and I think people don't want to go back to where they were. You know, we've got lots. I think we'll have lots of opportunity in our retrofit in the combustion engine, because, you know, we have got an alternative to electric. It's not the long standing, but it's a bridge, and we're starting to look at hydrogen as well, and where we can sort of with businesses there. So that's where we were looking. We've had a bit of a blip, but we'll go back to that.
Brilliant. I mean, it's such a great thing to not only hear a company that has done so much with its people, with its markets and customers, get you to the point you've won a Queen's Award, and then actually being part of what we're all looking for is the green recovery. So it's really impressive to hear this, Mark, and thank you very much for taking the time to share that with us today.
Pleasure.
Well, thank you very much, Mark. We wish Eminox all the best, and if anybody would like to contact us to hear more perhaps of what Eminox have done or other clients that we're working with, we'd be delighted to hear from you. So this is Steve Brown from Euro Projects Recruitment, supporting you and your business until you're ready to recruit again. All the best and bye for now.